Dude, I was taking I don't know why I've been farting all day.
Oh, dude, that's so fucking real.
Isn't that awesome, man?
I think we need to talk about this more. Why can't we just fart in front of each other?
Dude,
you know?
okay, I don't know what's been going on because I haven't
Just
been
memes.
to Chipotle in a hot minute, but I've taken like 3 shits today, unironically.
Wow.
And I don't know, that's not normal for me.
No, I remember one time my dad was like, "Yeah, what do you mean you don't poop like twice every day?" And I was like, "No, what?"
No. That's insane.
I think I probably poop like once a day now, but when I was a kid, I'd poop like once every like 2-3 days, man.
Yeah,
My stomach's like this big.
Normally I'm a once a dayer at like 4:30 p.m. on the dot.
I respect that.
Is your
Mine
shit
is never
cyclical? No, okay.
No, it is not cyclical. It is totally random because I do not eat consistently even a little bit.
Has your shit synced up with your girlfriend's shit yet?
No. Can you believe that?
That's a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't that kind of sad?
Yeah, man.
Well, it's kind
'Cause
of good
it's
though,
like-
because if we were together, like, what are we gonna do? Take turns?
That's like a
At the shitter?
prerequisite to getting married, I think.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
You have to sync up your shits.
Yeah, it's tough though. How do you organize that? You know,
Yeah.
everyone's body's so different and special.
And then you go on a plane once and it's fucked up for the next like 2 months.
Right. And also, everyone on the plane has to shit at the same time.
You
'Cause
gotta
being in the air
resync.
syncs up your shit.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yep. Butt plug connected. Disconnecting butt plug. Butt plug unpaired.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Waste
Welcome back to the
Management
Waste Management
Podcast. It's
It's
a special
Valentine's
day.
Today,
Today.
actually.
Not
Today.
Not today, but today. If you're listening to
Today.
this today only. This episode
It's
is
straight.
released on Valentine's Day. It is not currently Valentine's Day, and if you're listening far in the future, it's probably somewhere closer to like July 26th. But you know,
But that's
you
okay.
can consider it special if you're listening. You know what? If I got the date
You should
right,
still feel
you gotta
loved.
subscribe, by the way.
Yeah.
But what we're doing on today for Valentine's Day, we've got the New York Times questions that lead to love, and we're gonna go through them, and hopefully, I don't know. I need some bitches, so like, hopefully, I'm open enough to attract some people to slide into my DMs or something.
Doesn't
like
this just, aren't we going to fall in love with each other, though? I thought
Well,
that was
we're
the
gonna
point.
fall in love with each other. Your girlfriend will be thrown into the dumpster because she doesn't matter. You don't need her anyway.
You know, I signed this contract before I got on this episode.
The
so-
thing about the New York Times questions that lead to love is that they always work. you
It
can't
actually never not worked.
You can't undo it after they work. Also,
You can't. We'll
You're
just
just
be
stuck
in love
forever.
forever.
yeah. So you have to be careful with, who you use these with,
Yeah.
because if
They're a
you
powerful tool.
look, if you go on a blind date with Medusa, which you have to be blind for, by the way, and you use the New York Times questions that lead to love, you're stuck. You're blind, I guess.
Forever. You just have to wear like a bandana all the time.
Yeah.
You are Satoru Gojo for the rest of your life.
And then you get like mind demon powers.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
what,
that part's kind of cool.
what
I'd
kind
be
of
chill with that.
powers does he have?
He does not have mind demon powers.
Well, what is it?
If you try and hit him, he has the ability to put an infinite amount of space in between himself and others. So it's like you'll always be getting closer to hitting him, but like you'll never actually hit him.
Is it okay? Hold on. Is that not mind demon powers? That sounds pretty demonish and pretty mindly.
It's
What
very.
do you
I'd say
say?
it's a mind power for sure, and also he can just destroy all matter. So there's that too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's that one. He could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are perks. One would say
There are perks. No downsides though, which is interesting.
being blind. You can take off your blindfold at any time. You just can't look your wife in the eyes or the face or anything because she'll be Medusa.
Yeah. Wasn't it
He'll
like
turn into stone.
like the first person who like beat Medusa into combat was just a guy who's like he's like gay, so he just doesn't care.
He was like, "You don't get me
it,
rock
but-
hard." It's not even close,
But it's something like that.
I'm gonna
right?
pretend it's that. You know,
Okay.
it's
I want
kind
to say
of.
it's something like that, though.
It's not, but it's a dude. It is a man. He does do
Okay.
it, which is kind of unfortunate. It would have been really big for women. I think they should have
Yeah,
written it that way. But it's okay, I guess.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he was just gay, and she was like, "Why aren't you rock hard right now?" And he'd be like, "I don't find snakes attractive," and that was it.
I find it hard to believe. Is that a thing that guys like? They like snakes.
I feel like probably not. Medusa's just like a kink shamer. She was like, "Oh, you don't like my snakes? Wow."
Does it? She also like walks around barefoot. She is just like she embodies all of the kinks.
Yeah,
She's like an
being
anime. girl.
turned into a rock, snakes, and feet, and that's it. And those are the three.
And big tits.
And big I don't know if
Right?
Medusa has big tits. I don't know if anyone ever found out. And if they did, they got turned to stone.
Is big tits a kink, or is that just normal?
I think that's just normal.
I'd like to
Well,
think,
but then
but what's the
then-
there's a subreddit r/big tits. Is that not a kink subreddit, or is that is it weird people? Like, what is that?
I don't. Well, I have to imagine that there's also like an r/small tits. I feel like
There
we could
is.
just band together and say that we like tits, and it's
I agree
regardless
with that.
of size.
I'm just saying. Maybe we
You
don't
know.
gotta get into it. Maybe we could just
We're gonna end up falling out of love and thinking about tits instead.
we gotta fall in love first.
We gotta
before
fall
we can
in
have
love.
these serious conversations about.
Right. We need to get a couple of questions in because
Attractiveness.
I'm right. So I know on your you said that I have number
You
one
have
and
the
you have
first
number two.
question.
Okay, so I do the first question. This was the icebreaker at my like yearly employee wide facility or employee facility wide gathering
Oh,
for my
really?
job this past year, and I fucking hate this question.
Would you say that it made you fall in love with some people that you would not have otherwise?
Actually, I did. I had no idea who this person was, and then they answered their answer as this question to be Barack Obama, and I was like, I didn't expect that from you because you're wearing a camo sweatshirt, but that's so fucking based. Like that's such a good pick.
Okay.
Anyway, the question is, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
Oh, Jay-Z, lock it in.
Wow, already? One person? You would pick Jay-Z?
No, I'm just doing the meme. It's like would you rather have $500,000
$500,000 for dinner with Jay-Z. Think of all the networking opportunities that dinner would provide you, though.
Yeah. Every year around July, I always tweet out, yep, I'd still do Jay-Z. Just
Keep it
to
consistent, baby.
revisit. Yeah.
Just to let everyone know that your mindset is still the same.
No, there are a lot of interesting answers to this question. There's Jay-Z, there's
I feel
Abraham
like he's not an
Lincoln.
interesting. Well, it says anyone in the world, which makes me think that they have to be currently alive.
Oh, do they have to be alive?
I mean, I think we can set it. They were in the world at one point.
But they're
do you
not.
want to say?
I think in the world means now, though. So I should say someone.
that's what I was
alive.
thinking. Yeah, I would have said Robin Williams, but he is unfortunately passed on.
He is passed on. But
To the other world.
instead, I'm gonna say, you baby girl. No, I'm not. That's not. Was that Riz? Comment down below if that was Riz.
I think if you said that to a real woman, that they would shrivel up into like a raisin and then go to California and join a band with other raisins, and they would be named the
Men I
California
Trust.
Raisins. They would be named Men I Trust. Yep.
I don't know. It's a really tough question. Having dinner with anyone alive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of someone who I would get along with really well, and I'm trying to think of someone who would be incredibly interesting. Like I'm a people watcher. So
Yeah.
I'm just like I almost want to pick like Joe Rogan because I know he's a psychopath.
You would
You
have
know
a
what I
great
mean?
conversation. Like you would do
I think
a
we
lot
would.
of
Yeah.
talking and not a lot of eating, which I think is chill.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the best dinner is probably Steve-O, unironically. Like, he's just a funny guy. I think there's a high chance that he, like, stands up on the table and he, like, shows his ass,
Super high.
and
I'd
that would be
say
cool.
75%, maybe even more.
But he's the kind of guy, he has just, like, a story about everything because he did all of it. It's called Jack Asks, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I could just ask him anything, and I think he would be honest about it. Like, he just seems like a chill guy.
He is kind of just like an encyclopedia. That's actually a really good pick.
Yeah. I think
I feel
Barack
like I
Obama
wouldn't-
is a close second, though.
He's a good pick, dude. He's one of the chillest vibers we've ever seen.
I would love to. You ever see the comedians in cars getting coffee with Barack Obama?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a video that lives rent free in my head.
Yeah, dude, he's just so fucking chill.
And they get fucking coffee from the like break room. There's like other people sitting in the background. It's just the fucking president of the United States.
Nah.
And, we don't got to talk about the other guy. But hey, question number 2. And this is for you, Henry.
Wait, so I ask you the question, and then, oh, thank God. I really didn't want to pick who I would have as a dinner guest. Anyway, please. Carry on.
Question number 2. Would you like to be famous, and in what way?
No, I wouldn't. That's all I got. If I had to be famous, I would want to be famous for being in a band.
Okay, I was going to ask, like, what level of can you pick a band that is the level of famous that you would want? That is like best for you.
I'm trying to think
because
like,
I don't think you want to be Coldplay famous.
Well, I think like if I would ideally not like to be famous at all. I do not want to fucking go to the grocery store and have people be like, Henry from fucking what?
From Queens of the Stone Age? No way, bro. That's my favorite band.
Are you shitting me? What?
I was
Can I get a
listening to
picture?
your music on the way here, bro.
It's not even like
I actually have an
it's not
album
that I
out
would-
on the way. Do you want to check it out, bro?
Do you want to listen to it? Could you do a feature actually?
It's
Do you know
really
The
cool.
Weeknd?
It's kind of like a rap rock fusion kind of thing. It's kind of a new thing we're doing. So
I love when people are like, "Yeah, you want to listen to the song I've been cooking up," and then they say like, "It's," and then followed by every genre of music that mankind has ever created.
yeah.
I don't know. I think like if I had to be famous, I would want to be famous for being in a band, and if that band had a level of definitely not Coldplay, maybe like. I'm trying to think of like bands that I like. Like Spotify listeners per month, I'm talking like 10 million.
Oh,
Not
that's
like-
that's way bigger than I thought you would go. I was trying to think of someone with like 200,000.
No, but like 10 million because like their prime was like 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, okay. You want to be fucking Dave Grohl.
No.
Okay, so that's but
Well, I just mean not him specifically, but like yes, Dave Grohl level.
yeah, okay. I can understand that.
But like
And
I think
to be clear on the metaphor here, or the hypothetical, you're the drummer, right?
hell yes.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
Because no
So
one
people
ever
know-
fucking knows the drummer.
Yeah, people recognize me the least. So if
Yeah.
someone walks up to me and they're like, "Yo, can I get a picture?" I already know that they're chill as fuck. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Hell yeah."
So this is just Dave Grohl.
I guess so, yeah. But
Dave
I feel like a
Grohl-
lot of people
Before
know who Dave Grohl is.
Foo Fighters, though.
Sure. Dude, oh my god, I would love to be in an endless battle against Foo.
What?
It's one of my favorite memes of all time. It's just like a picture of the Hoover Dam and it just says Gob and Foo, and then it says under it says Gobstoppers and Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Anyway, all right.
that's good. Let's move on.
Number 3, Jackson, before making a telephone call, did you ever rehearse what you're gonna say? And if so, why?
I love that we're going all Channel 6 News with this. Yeah, every phone call I rehearse for 30 minutes beforehand, unironically. And I'm not
30?
I'm not even like joking. There are some phone calls, like I talk to my mom every week. I don't even think about that shit. I don't even think about what I'm going to say. I just call and my mom's
Well, that's what I'm
like, "What's
you
up,
don't rehearse mom phone call, right?
dog?" No.
Oh, okay.
But there are some phone calls definitely that I rehearse. Phone calls that I got to make if I'm like scheduling an appointment. Those shits I'm putting off so long, dude.
Oh yeah.
Those suck ass. And I'm always worried. Like, I have to have. Sometimes I like write out the tree of dialogue that I expect is going to happen.
Yeah. If this,
yeah.
that.
Because sometimes they go off what I thought they were going to say. And then I'm like,
Right. And then it's like, oh, fuck.
And then the call is silent for a little bit because I have to like think. Yeah.
It's like when you pull up at a drive-through and you know what you're going to get. And you're like, oh, hey, can I have a, and then you ask like, oh, hey, like, you know, what do you want to the person who's in your passenger seat? And they're like,
this is my worst
there.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Unironically, I never want to fucking order for people at the drive-thru. That shit is awful. Worst.
Yeah. Nope.
I would rather you crawl into the back seat and I'll drive up a little bit more so they can talk out the back window.
Right.
I would prefer that so much more. But Henry,
I respect that. I understand.
I am a lover of fast food, obviously. Fast food is something that I would put in my perfect day, which brings me to ask you, what would constitute a perfect day for you?
A perfect day?
Yeah. Let's start. What time do you wake up?
Like 8.
Okay. Breakfast. If at all. Maybe you don't eat breakfast. I don't know.
I skip breakfast and I go for a walk/run/hike.
Okay. Where?
For like, oh, can I pick anywhere in the whole world?
This is your perfect day. We should be realistic. Like, if you pick Hawaii, the rest of your day has to be in Hawaii.
Oh, well, that blows.
Like, I'm just gonna realistic.
I'm gonna put like perfect like day that I would envision now that I can live.
Okay.
Presently. This is something that I could achieve. Perfect day. I wake up like 8 a.m., go for a walk, hike in the park by my house. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I just walked there.
Okay.
Then I make breakfast. I make a smoothie. Shit's gas.
Okay, so you're not skipping breakfast then.
No, well, I got to go back to it. You know?
Sure. You don't have to go back to it if you didn't go there in the first place.
Well, I feel like normally I like eat as soon as I wake up. And then that's breakfast. But I guess it's still the first meal of the day if you wait.
Yeah. Plus, you woke up at 8. So, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
You get back at like 10. That's still breakfast.
Yeah, so I get back at 10, get breakfast. Breakfast is smoothie. If I'm really feeling it, maybe some CTC, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't go wrong.
Yes, sir.
And then I hang out with my friends.
Doing what?
We're gonna go to. What do I fucking love doing?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, I don't have any. I never have any fucking time to myself anymore. So honestly, most of my perfect day after I hang out with my friends is just gonna be being left the fuck alone.
Real.
But after I see my friends and we hang out and we go to the board game cafe.
Ooh.
In Columbus.
Okay.
Which is so goated.
What's the board? What's the game on the board?
The game on the board is gonna be not fucking Monopoly. That's for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
Fuck that shit. We play cards.
Okay.
Not anything crazy. You know, actually, I'm gonna switch this day around. Friends, they're out. Absent. Totally absent. I go, hike, walk, run, whatever, come back, eat breakfast, and then I play video games and or work on whatever fucking project that I'm doing, not school related, for like the remainder of the day. And then at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I make pre-going out dinner. I skip lunch. Only 2 meals today, it seems. And then I go out with... This time friends are there. Then I go out with friends. We go to the arcade bar on High Street. Best bar I've ever been to. Just filled with like old arcade cabinets. Yep. They're so sick. Once you get into the bar, you get to use all of them for free. There's no like fucking stupid insert quarters to play. Except for like Guitar Hero. Such bullshit. I order. I don't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's the Donkey Kong cocktail. Shit is gas. I get the Donkey Kong cocktail, and then we play cards for like 2 hours, and then I drunkenly walk back home with my roommates, and I go to bed.
What time do you go to bed? What time is it?
Like 1.
Nice.
Not crazy late, but not so early that I'm being lame.
Yeah. That's a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's my perfect achievable day.
Yeah, it's the best you can hope to do given the resources at hand.
Yeah.
You should do that.
I have done that.
Oh, okay.
Once.
Well, there you go.
I mean, not exactly, but like there have been steps of the perfect day in different days.
Right. I mean, I think we're always trying to make our perfect day every day.
Some days you can't, though. I woke up early today and I literally was working all day until I came home.
Yeah, and you had to have fucking Cheerios. You might as well have killed yourself. No CTC.
actually-
What are you going to do, bro?
Yeah, no Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's tough. I'm running out of CTC. I had to go to the grocery store today.
Did you get more?
No, I got Oreo O's instead. I wanted to switch it up.
Ooh. I respect that.
Yeah.
All right.
Give us our next
Well,
question. Or give
We've got a
me-
good one because this actually has to do a lot with CTC.
Okay.
Jackson, when did you last sing to yourself? Or to someone else?
In the car when I went to the grocery store earlier.
I'm just taking off my sweatshirt.
Okay.
I sing in the car all the time. It is my favorite pastime.
Yeah, I sing pretty much everywhere all the time as long as I'm not bothering people. I sing in the shower. I could tell you.
Yep, same.
I can tell you the like I have the playlist in my head of the songs that I performed for myself.
You have a playlist of songs that you sing?
No. I'm saying Oh, yes. There's like I could tell you this morning I sung like 8 songs. I could tell you all of them.
Dang.
Don't ask me to do that because I'm not going to remember them right now.
I won't. I will not put you on the spot like that.
But I can tell
I
you
wouldn't remember either.
that 3 of them were Mitski songs.
I respect that so much. That's so fucking sick.
And then I was listening to some rap music, some urban music, some urban bangers.
Oh, I love urban bangers.
Well, it's
dude.
funny. Every time I get into my old roommate Joe's car, his thing, it doesn't display like the album artwork, but it'll display like the genre. And every
He has
time
a
it's
Toyota,
rap,
doesn't he?
it just says urban. Yeah.
That's exactly what my car does.
Yeah.
I get in there, it says urban, and it's a picture of discount J-Lo and fucking Nope.
Bad
Baby? Yeah,
Bad Bunny.
Baby. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
yeah,
beautiful.
I sing all the time. I mean, I love music. You know that about me.
I do.
But Henry, if you were able to live to the age of, I don't know, let's say 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
Man, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my grandma is, she's going to be 90 this year, actually, I'm pretty sure. And she's still like,
She's still up
she's
there.
pretty quick. She's
Yeah.
pretty quick mentally.
She's-
Both of my
when
grandmas
I'm
are
that
still
old,
very,
I hope no one refers to me in that way.
I hope so too. I hope that they never even questioned that I would start to lose my conscience.
Yeah, no.
They'd be like, damn.
I mean, people won't describe me that way because I'll have Alzheimer's, but
Yeah, me too. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, and so I feel like for that reason, like I would say mind, but I also think of any 90-year-old that you know that's in the shape of a 30-year-old. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that would just be. Does that therefore mean though that I would like dramatically mentally regress?
I think that would mean that, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I
Well,
guess
then I feel
what's
like it's
the point
not
of
worth
having
it.
the body if
If
you
you
don't
can't
have
have
the
the mind.
mind? Because then
Yeah.
what are you going to do with your body? Like you're senile and you're like fucking, oh, you're,
running around the streets.
you're super buff and you're like, where are my glasses?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Maybe I could hit the gym if I could fucking see. This place sucks.
And I mean, with
Yeah.
with the mind, you just dodge the Alzheimer's. So I mean,
I guess I gotta go with the mind.
yeah, I feel like that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah. So that's my pick. Jackson, do you have a secret hunch? Speaking of being 90 years old, do you have a secret hunch of how you're gonna die?
Alzheimer's. I'm gonna die from Alzheimer's. It's not secret. It's very
really?
public. Yeah, my great-grandmother died from Alzheimer's. My grandmother died from Alzheimer's. My dad will die from Alzheimer's. I will die from Alzheimer's.
Damn.
It's just how it's gonna be. I've
How
already
old was your?
thought
How
about this.
old?
So my great-grandmother, I think she was in her. I mean, I only met her once when I was like 0.5.
Oh, sweet.
I want to say she was like mid 80s or something like that, or early 80s. But my
That's not
grandmother was like 74. She got it very early,
That sucks.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's how I'm
Damn.
gonna die, and I know that for sure.
Hey, maybe they'll figure out a cure by the time that we're that old.
I don't think so.
It's not like we're doing anything to stop global warming, so maybe we'll do something else productive.
I don't want to rely on that.
Yeah, it won't happen. I'm just,
Also,
Maybe.
I don't know if I'm like I don't want to be that old, man. You know what I mean?
I don't really want to be that old either. If
I'm
not
down to
dead
be
by,
I'm down to be like 65, but I'm not down to be like 78.
That sounds
shit
lame. Unless I'm
sounds
like,
awful.
unless I'm in the mental shape of a 30-year-old, and then I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I won't be, but maybe.
Yeah. Henry, could you name 3 things that you and me appear to have in common?
Well, if I give you a compliment,
This is
I feel
beautiful.
like-
You just get to compliment me. This is awesome.
well, I have to compliment us
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
as a couple.
You
Which is
can
gonna be
say
tough,
shitty
'cause
things about both of us.
I feel like every time I say something nice about you, you're just gonna like tell me to end my life. So let's see.
That is true. I will withhold
I think we both
my inner
have
thoughts.
so much more mental awareness than the average person, which is something that I really appreciate in a friend, because when
Yeah.
I see it and when I don't see it in other people, it's my least favorite quality.
Yeah, and it's often that we don't see it.
It's way more often than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
The real world is such a scary place. My friend used ChatGPT to write a 2-sentence email today. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I've done that.
Why?
Because I didn't know how to phrase it. Like, I
Okay,
didn't
how
wanna
about
be
this?
mean.
I've seen you have an original thought. I have become very concerned that this person does not
Sure.
actually.
I think that's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Anyway, another thing that I think that we have in common is that our parents are divorced. And then
That's good. No, that's good.
I'd go for the bit. And then the third
no,
thing-
there's truth to that, because like all of my friends growing up, all of their parents are divorced.
Yeah, that's because
their parents are like
people you've ever fucking met.
or
It's the
they got
trauma,
it like
man.
fucked up in some way. Like I have a friend
Yeah.
who his dad died very young, and
That
I've
sucks.
yeah, our parents are divorced. I know a lot of people with divorced parents,
Yeah.
which is funny, but it's weird that works out. And then
And
third,
a third thing, I don't think I'm as funny as you, so I feel like I can't. Like I was gonna say, I think we're both really funny, but I think that you are.
I think
funnier
that's
than I
true.
am.
I think we're both really funny. I think that's still true.
I do think we're both funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Can I say that? Is that a valid claim?
You could say that. Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
And it wasn't an
There we go.
insult.
I think
so
you're
I'll-
hilarious.
I'll take it. Yeah, thank you.
I don't really have many like insulting things to say about you.
Yeah. Also, that's not. I mean, we have to have them in common. So if you would just
Right,
be
exactly.
insulting yourself.
Well, that's fine. I do that all the time. I don't need you to tell me to do that. I got that on my own.
All right, next question.
All right, Jackson, for what in your life do you feel most grateful?
What moment in my life do I feel most
No,
grateful?
sorry. For what in your life do you feel most
Oh,
grateful? Like, what do you have that you're the most grateful for?
Pussy.
Real. Next question.
No, I don't know. That's a tough one. 'cause
Loads and loads of bitches.
it's so hard because I'm so grateful.
I mean, I know that you're the way that you reacted to that, but I feel like you're a grateful guy. You're a
I'd like to
self-reflective,
think that
introspective
I'm
person.
a grateful guy for sure.
It's one of the things that I like about you is that you're not a freaking prick.
Yeah. I don't think I don't care about much in the
No.
world really. Like I mean the things that I have I do really love.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, like my dream car is just a newer version of the car I have right now.
Yeah, the material possessions get me on that one, but that's okay.
I
I
just
just like cars.
I would like my car to be a hybrid, and that's like literally it. But
That would be cool.
the thing I'm most grateful for. I mean, I'm grateful for, like I don't want to be look, I was raised Catholic, okay? So the first things that come to my head are like a roof over my head and nice clothes and rice and things like that, right? Um but I want to say something different than that. So I'm going to say I think this is so lame. I'm sorry in advance.
It's
I'm
not.
really grateful for my computer and access to the internet.
That's
Like
not lame.
it just brings me so much, like genuinely, like it connects me to so many people. I get to learn so many different new things. Like it's my greatest source of joy and enjoyment
Yeah.
in life, just in general. And I'm also grateful for my guitar. I really love my guitar.
Yeah.
I would say those two things. Yeah.
I think those are good ones.
Yeah.
I do not think those are lame at all. My computer currently has a picture of a monkey riding on a skateboard on the CPU, and I think that's so cool. I'm very thankful for that.
But Henry, if you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
How do I say this without turning into a joke? Let's think about it.
I wish my parents were together.
No, I actually don't wish that. They should have gotten a divorce, and they did. And
Yeah.
I not that that's like a good thing, but like they just weren't meant to be together.
Yeah. Would you? I can't. I shouldn't say that.
No, I would not bring my. Well, I was thinking about being like, oh, I'd bring my dad back to life.
Would you do that though if you had the
Well,
chance?
I feel like that doesn't really count. Yeah. But I feel like that doesn't really count as like how you were raised. Like I was thinking
I guess
more
not.
like he died when I was 17. Like
Yeah.
I guess that counts like the last year. Don't get me wrong, the last year of high school, like not having him fucking sucked. It was really weird to just like do stuff and be like, well, guess my dad will never see this. That's tough.
Yeah.
But it's like I didn't really, that did suck. So that if we're counting like entire childhood, but I'm going to go back to something a little bit
deeper.
Earlier than that and deeper, much deeper to me and how I function as a person now. But I really wish my parents fucking supported me as a person instead of
Sure.
projecting things that they wanted me to do onto me.
Yeah.
And like, to be fair, most of that is just me being like my mom encouraged me to like do art classes and stuff. And I did that. And now I'm an architect. So that like kind of worked. But like, I don't know. I've always loved video games and like anime and stuff. And every time I would talk about it with my family, my mom would be like, well, first of all, the devil made those. So wrong. Right. And then second of all, I don't know. I had a conversation with my mom like a couple months ago where I was like, yeah, I feel very left out of the family a lot of the time because my interests are just not similar to anyone else's at all. And like, I was like, oh, I like to, go on hikes with you, even though it's not necessarily my favorite thing. I do love to go on hikes, but I like to go on hikes alone where I can appreciate nature in the
Me
silence.
too. Yeah.
And so, it's not something that I usually like to take time to do with other people, but like I do that for my mom. And so I use that as an example. I was like, I like to spend time with you. So I often meet you where you are, or like I'll come to work with you, during the summer sometimes because I don't know, I don't really have anything to do. Or if I don't have work that day, I'll be like, I just want to spend some time with my mom. I'll be want to foster our relationship. She was like, yeah, I just don't really want to do that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, if I could change one thing, I wish my parents were a little bit supportive or a little bit more supportive of the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah. As
opposed to them only supporting me in the things that they wanted me to do.
I definitely get that. I remember being like a younger kid, and I was an asshole of a kid. I'll just say that up front. My mom probably hates me.
I
But
don't know
like
if that's true.
sometimes I'd be like talking about like a thing in a video game, and I know she wouldn't care, but I appreciate
No.
just and she doesn't have to care. I just
No, but
would have
like
appreciated
faking it is
some
better.
yeah, some like information coming back at me that like what I was doing was like
Yeah.
okay or whatever.
Or even like I'm sure that if I have kids someday, they're gonna tell me about shit that I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh yeah.
But like, it's like if like when I started dating Tina, she was
You're
like,
gonna
"Oh,
be like
I,
back in my day we had skibbity riz, dude.
yeah." So I'm not gonna say that. To them, 'cause I don't want to fucking poison their brains.
We should gang up on our kids and we should like
Skibbity Riz.
we
Livy
should do the
Gun,
meme
Gat.
that's like we tell them about Skibbity Riz and everything, but we don't tell them what it actually was. We just make up some fake yeah, Skibbity Riz, he was kind of this dictator in Guatemala and
He was the
contributed
60th
to
president of the United States. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like just take interest in like what the people that you love is doing, because
Yeah.
maybe you would find that you like that thing too. Now, to be fair, my mom will never like playing video games, but like
Right.
she could be like, "Oh, like you're playing Zelda. Like, what do you do in it? Like, what is the like why is it fun? Like,
Yeah.
blah, blah." Even that is like better than 30-minute timer go.
Right. Right.
Then no more fun for rest of day. And it's not like it changed anything, because I still grew up to be a kid who likes video games, because
Yeah.
I'm fucking stubborn and I'm not changing my mind.
Let your kids play video games, man.
Yeah,
It's not
I mean,
that big of a
I
deal.
get, like, if I was like holed up in my room all the time and I never spoke to another person ever, like including any of my family members, and like I didn't eat and whatever,
Yeah, that's different.
I would understand the concern. But like, I was just like, "Mom, I like building things in Minecraft," and she was like, "Well, too damn bad."
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I do that for a living. So,
Get fucked, mom.
Jackson, would you like to take 4 minutes and tell me, your partner, your life story in as much
Jesus
detail
Christ.
as possible?
Okay. I don't know about the 4 minutes. This isn't a presentation or anything. I don't have anything prepared.
Yeah, you can go shorter than that,
Just
or
go
you can
and-
go longer than that.
Just go and imagine I take the next hour and I don't let you talk at
Hey,
all.
I could, man. I could.
Let's start it all when I was born in 2003. And I was born. You can say things. You don't just have to Fortnite emote.
Oh, thank God. Well, I said I wouldn't talk.
I was born in the year of our Lord, 2003. My parents already fucked up the divorce thing. Okay, they divorced before I was born. So
Oh, really?
they really fucked that shit up. I don't know how
I thought it
that.
was like the year that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Or I guess technically it was like after, but like yeah. But they started the
Man.
process before. But and then I went to a little Catholic private grade school, elementary, whatever you want to call it, because my mom lived in a bad enough area where the government just gave out free vouchers, so you could go to any school that you want and not have to pay.
Oh, damn.
So that's why I went to a private school instead
A
of
very rare
a public
based
school.
government move.
Yeah. And I was there. I made some friends. They were chill. And then we moved because my mom, she was working her way up the corporate ladder, and my dad too. Or I guess my dad would have had his business now at that point, I think. Question mark, maybe. I don't know. I was in 4th grade. I don't remember.
TBD. Yeah.
And then I went to a different school, and I did not have a lot of friends there, and that school sucked ass. Shout out my boys Paul and Massimo, though. They hung out with me. They
I
were
know
chill.
Mossy, but I have only heard the legends of Paul.
Paul is, unironically, we have to have Paul on this podcast at some point. I haven't talked to him
Sure,
in
man.
almost 8 years now, but we gotta have him on.
I think that would make it so much better. Paul, Henry.
And then I went to high school. I went to high school downtown, as you know. I took the Lake Tran. That shit was
Yeah, you did.
ass. It was deplorable. went to high school, went through all the high school things, typical coming of age movie type beat. And now I'm at college and I'm figuring it out, man. And I'm here and I just smoke weed and I'm always on the phone and all that,
I'm so much with the phone.
I don't know.
You're not so much with the phone.
There's not much to really say, honestly.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
I mean, I could say more specific. I could talk about extreme teen camp, nature camp, where we met. I could say how we fucking loved Gaga Ball and shit. I don't know. I didn't love it. I think you loved it, maybe. I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay. I think that's why
someone that we knew loved it. Someone that we knew who was there, who we were both mutually friends with, loved Gaga Ball.
Yeah.
It's probably fucking Landon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just here, man. I'm just figuring it out.
Yeah. And that's beautiful.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time, and why haven't you done it yet?
Is this a question or a...
This is a question for you. This is the next question on the list.
So this question is making me fall deeper in love. Okay.
Yes. So remember, have that in the back of your mind. We're supposed to be falling in love again.
So I think I'm going to say the description of what I... You know that meme where it's like sometimes all someone needs is that one missing piece. And then it shows them holding the puzzle piece and it says $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's me.
You dreamed of having $1 billion?
No, not $1 billion. But people are always like, oh, well, what's stopping you from achieving your dreams? Mostly the fact that I don't want to be homeless.
Right.
So it's that. That's what's stopping me from achieving my dreams. My dream is actually to... I don't know if I've ever talked with anybody about this. My dream retirement plan is that I'm going to open a bar.
Okay.
And it's not like some big, not like a club, not like a huge,
just a local tavern.
A local tavern. Name still in the works. I don't know yet. And I want to work there and I want to be a bartender. And I just want to talk to people and chill. And if they need someone to talk to, I'm going to be there. And it's going to be like a small, low key dive bar type deal. We got the game on if you want to watch it. If you start calling people slurs because your team is losing, you're out of the bar.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think like there's something about, and I'm not even like I never go out ever.
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink a lot.
This is why I'm surprised.
Well, I know. So, but I think that the bar, like when I do go out to the bars, my favorite part of the bars is just talking to people. Like I just love to talk to people. Yeah. I love to do shit like this where I just talk to people. I'm like, hey, you know what? How's it going? Like I feel like a lot of people don't have a person to talk to, and so sometimes they
go to the bar.
They go to the bar. But I want you to come to the bar because you want to talk to me, not because you want to drink your sorrows away. And if you want to do that while we're at it, then that's chill too. But that's what I do. That's what I want to do.
And you can tip me extra while you're at it.
No, you don't have to do that. I'll be retired.
Okay, but you got to keep the bar afloat. The goal.
I will have saved up enough money to support the bar no matter what. That's why it's a retirement goal.
All right.
And I'll live in the attic.
Yeah.
It'll be sick as fuck. But yeah, that's my dream. And why have I not done it? Because it's a retirement dream. And I'm poor.
Okay, there you go.
Missing piece, $1 billion.
I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah,
because you're not a bar guy at all.
Well, I feel like if you think about me as a person, it makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I wouldn't open this bar so I can like get free alcohol. I would open it because I want to talk to people and I think it's cool.
Sure,
but I'm not gonna like open a fucking. I'm not gonna like sit on the street with a bench with my coffee cup and be like, change my mind.
I mean, that's a different retirement goal for sure.
That's a different retirement goal if I want to make others miserable. Man. Speaking of retirement goals, Jackson, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
It could tell me anything?
It says the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else.
Okay, so I get one truth. It's like a truth of dare with the universe. I guess so. With Prismo from Adventure Time.
The GOAT.
Yes. That's such a good question. I get one. Can I change it to one dare?
When you say one dare. Like, are you telling the universe, like, if you do this, you get something, or you're daring the universe to do something?
I just dare the universe to fucking, I don't know,
I dare you
explode.
to, I dare you to blow up Earth right now.
Yeah, bet you won't. No balls. And it just has to listen to me. No. One truth I would want to know. I would want to know where like Apple stock is in the next year. I think, like it's some financial thing.
You're
right?
not gonna say like what you mean. Like, you would just be like, how do I get rich? Like, what do I need to buy?
Yeah, I just want to buy a stock that makes me rich. I think, because
That's fair.
honestly, then I don't want to know stuff. Generally speaking, I don't really care to know things. I would prefer. I think I'm a lot happier when I don't know many things. Just in general, being off the internet is generally a good thing for me, despite how much joy it brings me. I don't know. I would just want to get the financial freedom, and then I wouldn't have to think anymore,
Yeah.
or at least as much, and that would, I think, be worth a lot to me, worth more than like knowing any one thing. Really, I think my own brain can lead me in the ways that I want to be led. Like, I guess that's why I wouldn't want to ask a truth about myself, because I think I would just figure it out.
Yeah.
So, just
I think
where's
definitely-
Tesla in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Up or down?
Where's Tesla?
It doesn't even.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me a number. Up or down. That's it. Buy or sell. You know what I'm saying?
You walk up to the ball and you go higher or lower.
It's just a big floating orb. Okay. Well, Henry, what do you value most in a friendship?
Oh, genuine conversation.
Yeah, just no small
That's it.
talk.
It's not even no small talk, because I feel like you gotta sometimes, because you're just busy doing other shit. And if you just see your friend like briefly, it's like, oh hey, man, like I've been busy. Like, what the fuck are you up to?
Yeah.
Not like, have you seen the weather outside? I would rather shoot myself. I've never looked outside in my entire life. I have no idea what the weather is, nor do I care.
I know this. You don't have the weather widget, dude.
I do actually have the weather widget.
Oh,
now,
okay.
unfortunately. I have regressed. I will have you know, though, that I still, like, my mom's always like, you don't check the weather, like, before you do something? And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking let Mother Nature stop me from doing something.
Yeah. Unless it's like, golfing. You kind of have to check the weather before that.
Yeah, but I don't golf, and that's why I don't golf. Because
or at least that's what big golf would tell you, okay?
I would golf in 7 feet of snow, and I would still lose.
I think they should do, and I've been saying this, golfing tournaments, they should do them in like thunderstorms and on volcanoes and tornadoes and other dangerous.
They should just do them all on the
events.
Wii Sports Resort Island. And if you hit the ball into the top of the volcano while the plane is driving through it, you get like a bajillion points or whatever.
Sure. I'm just saying we need to remix golf.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we totally...
To reverse what you said, to add on to it, if I will, because this is a discussion now, to piggyback off what Henry said, teacher, I would almost say the opposite. It's not the quality of conversation, it's that like we're okay with not having conversation. Like, I think just being able to sit with someone in silence is really valuable. Like, and not feeling the pressure to need to add something.
Yeah. Well, I guess in my mind, like, those two things are one and the same. Like,
yeah,
conversation.
Like,
so maybe quality dialogue would be a better way of putting it. Like, when we have a conversation, if you're just like throwing me nothing sandwiches, I don't care.
This is a glass half full, glass half empty kind of. We're on the same coin here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take us to the next question.
1 second, I'm being comfortable in silence. Okay. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? I think that's a crazy question to ask on the 36 questions to fall in love.
I'm not I'm no Einstein. We can start
I'm
there.
really glad that you got this one.
I'm not, honestly.
Well, I know, because I was just glad that I didn't have to answer
Yeah,
it.
this question sucks ass.
It's so bad.
But
We haven't
it is
done.
making me feel some type of way. Um, the greatest accomplishment, man. I feel like I haven't. It's not true that I have not accomplished nothing. I have
Yeah, that's definitely not
definitely
true.
accomplished some things, but which of them is the greatest? I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think of something that's not like a typical accomplishment. Like I don't want to be like I finished top 20 in a cross country race in like 5th grade.
Yeah,
Cuz one, that's not impressive, and two, I don't know, it's just like it's a typical answer. I want to go deeper than that. I want to get to
yeah,
I need to get to Y level 15 where the diamonds are.
yeah. You need to pick out one of the diamonds for your
Yeah.
accomplishment.
Um I don't know, man. I think about like getting into college. I think that was big for me because there was a long stretch in high school where I was like, damn, I don't know if I'm going to like I'm going to be stuck somewhere that I fucking hate and that's going to suck. And I'm going to have to do
Yeah,
something that I don't want to do. But I got my first pick, my first round draft pick school, which is pretty
that's so
cool.
goated.
Um And I also, I mean, I say this a lot in my head to myself. I'm like, I don't know if I would have been able to get in were it not for COVID. And I do think there's an air of truth to that. But also, I do think I got to give myself a little bit of credit there.
Yeah, you should. You're a
But
smart guy.
I think that was big. Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna validate that. I think you're a king, and you should know that.
I think I know the answer to this next question, Henry. But
Okay,
what is your most terrible memory?
it's gotta be. This is gonna be a tough one.
Just think
um,
about the worst thing that's ever happened to you, real quick.
Worst thing ever.
Because
It's
you've
gonna be a
had
tough
so
one.
many bad things.
Unironically, I'm trying to think of the worst that I've ever felt in my whole life.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it is the day that I found out that my dad died. I don't know if that's the worst that I've ever felt.
I mean, I have to imagine that.
It's definitely top 3.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, like, it's not only is it a day, like the dad dying was not just one day. It was such a large
No,
stretch
it's
of
like,
time.
oh my God. Weeks, months. Weeks are the worst. The
Yeah.
day of actually was like, no joke. I found out that my dad died. I went into my room and I cried for like an hour. And then I went outside and I made breakfast. And then
Yeah.
I cried some more. And then I didn't go to school this day, obviously. Duh.
Right.
And then I worked on some homework so I didn't get way too behind from class. And I went to high school to go to the gym. I went home. All the day that I
Wow.
found out that he died. Like, I didn't go to school. No one, like, everyone was like, oh shit, his dad died. That's
Most
why he's
people
not
would
here.
say that's a quick turnaround.
And then I made eye contact with this kid who's in my English class, like, while I'm in the gym. And
Yeah.
he definitely was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I was like squatting.
Wow.
And to be said, I literally did just go because I needed an outlet. And I was like, I'm going to go push around heavy metal in the most toxically masculine way that I can.
You just need some distraction.
And that was good for me.
Yeah.
And then I left immediately and I cried in my car. But was that the worst day of my entire life?
Well, it just says most terrible memory. We're not looking for most terrible memory. Yeah.
I think my most terrible memory was actually right before he died, when my dad got like really bad jaundice leading up to like before he passed away. So my mom was like, all right, hey, we're going to go like visit your dad at your dad's house. Cause my parents have been divorced for like now, like what year? 2025. They've been divorced for 12 years. My dad's been dead for 4 years.
Yeah.
Or will be 4 in 19 days. But I think, so, you know, she was like, oh, we're going to go to dad's house. And I think, I don't process. She was like, we're going to go say goodbye. And I was like, that's a wild way to phrase that.
Wow.
And at the time when she said that, I didn't like know what she meant, which I don't
Right.
know why, because I don't know what else she would have meant. Um, but like, oh my god, dude, it was awful. Seeing someone that you love and they're just like yellow and like skin,
Yeah, yeah.
like just like sickly, like oh my god, it was. And my dad, when he was like in shape and not sick, was like not like a big guy, but like larger, like not fat by any means, but he was like
He had a dad
he was
bod.
relatively like muscular. Yeah, he had a dad bod. Not
Yeah.
like to the point where I was like, wow, you are round, but like
Right. No, yeah.
like many a
Like
dad do.
strong dad.
Yeah, and like I think before he died, he was probably like 150 pounds, but like it was like 150 pounds of like just bone and skin and
Yeah.
minimal muscle. And so to just see him like that, like he couldn't even talk, like you could like I looked him in the eyes and there was just like nothing. And I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
damn. So I think that's probably my worst memory.
Okay, cool.
So moving on.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, that's so cool.
Anyway, more at 6.
More at 6. I'm glad this is going to be on the internet.
Yeah.
Jackson, sort of in contrast to that, what is your most treasured memory?
Oh, wow. I
I'm
feel
glad I
like
got
these
that
should have
one.
been flipped around, maybe.
No, it's okay.
My most treasured memory. It is literally just the opposite of the last question.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of like there are like good days.
Yeah.
Like I think in the traditional sense people would be like, "Oh, I had a great day. I like did all these things. I ate cinnamon toast crunch. I went to the arcade bar. We played cards for 2 hours. I went home at 1 a.m. and then I went to bed." And most people would be like, "That's a treasured memory." But for me, I think some of my most treasured memories are just like sitting in my room listening to some music that I really love.
Yeah.
Like I treasure that a lot. And I guess it's not really any one specific memory, so it's a bit of a cop out answer. But I do really appreciate my alone time.
Yeah. I don't know.
But if I had to pick like a singular memory, I don't know. There are a lot of moments I could point to like during COVID, because you and I, we kind of like we didn't talk for a couple years, then we started talking again over COVID.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of moments that I think back about to like all the time when we're just like playing Rocket League at 2 a.m. Like
Some of
those
the
are
best times, dude.
genuinely some of my most treasured memories, I think.
I think we
It's
just did a really
hanging
good
out
job
with
of
my
making.
boys.
Yeah. I love my boys.
Or not even I don't want to say boys plural, because I almost like hanging out one-on-one more than I like hanging out with multiple people.
Yeah.
Um
I think it depends. I feel like I'm at the point in my life now where I am so thankful to have like so many people that I get along with so well that I feel like also get along with each other.
yeah.
I mean, I do still like hanging out one on one, I think a little bit more, but like even now, I think that I could craft like perfect day with perfect group of friends where we do this thing, and I
Yeah.
know that everyone would have a great time,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
That's
I'm
valuable.
very thankful for that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you just a quick check-in, do you feel anything yet? Is there love here? Do we
I have a little bit of a heart boner for sure.
Okay.
Do you not?
No, I do. I do.
I don't know. It's also just like a nice conversation. Not that these aren't things that we like don't
No.
normally talk about, but you know.
But these are scientifically proven to lead to love,
Yeah.
if you think about it. Speaking of love and friendship, what does friendship mean to you? What does it mean to you?
I feel
When you look at
difficult.
the bones of the friendship, the bones that hold you together, that hold us together.
I feel like that's a difficult question for me because
Forever.
I spent a lot of What does friendship mean? Because I feel like especially in recent years, my definition of like who my closest friends or like real friends, like I feel like I would qualify a lot more people. Like me 4 years ago would have been like, oh, these people are like my friends. But me now would be like, yeah, like you know, we're chill, but I don't really know if we're friends.
Your definition has gotten a lot more specific. So
Yeah.
there are less people that you would include in that group.
Yeah. Or it's maybe even like, because I would consider myself to be someone who's pretty friendly.
Yeah.
Like I
sure.
like to just talk to people and try and generally be relatively personable. So I don't know. I mean, that's tough for me to say, but I think you said, what is my definition?
What does
Of-
friendship mean to you?
What does friendship mean to me? Friends are people that I will spend like that I. It's just as valuable for me to spend time with them as it is for me to spend time by myself, because
Yeah.
I fucking love spending time by myself.
Introverts Anonymous.
It's not even just that. Like, I fucking love hanging out with people. I just don't trust other people to always make me feel good.
Yeah. What
You know?
here, can I add something to the question? Maybe to make it
Yeah.
a bit more specific. How do you know when someone is a friend? Because I think that's very different than thinking about just generally what friendship means to you. So how do you know specifically, like, is there like an action or just like a vibe that you feel where you're like, okay, I can add them to the friends list in my brain?
I feel like it's a vibe.
Yeah.
I would say action is like if you will like give me a hug,
Okay.
but I also feel like that's totally just like a personal boundary thing, and some people like hugs and some people don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can be narrowed down to like an action. So I think it's just kind of a vibe, you know?
Sure.
Like after I guess I would kind of compare it to like dating. Dating, you're like discovering a relationship. It's like, yeah, I know that I like this person.
Yeah.
It's like friendship wise, it's like, yeah, we've hung out like a couple of times. Like, maybe I was introduced by a mutual friend, or, like we've been in the same class, and, I've cracked a joke with this person a couple of times. Now we sit near each other. Now, we talk about this and that. And it's more than just like small talk. I feel like for me, the people that I would consider to be my real friends are people who, again, I can just have like genuine conversations with, and it doesn't feel like empty.
Yeah. For sure.
So I guess yeah.
Yeah. I think
People that I
that's
can
good.
talk to and like genuinely.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting a lot of these.
Oh,
If
no.
you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you were now living? And why?
Drastically. Yeah. If I knew I was going to die, I would just do all the things I want to do. If I die 1 year from today, right now, on Valentine's Day, it would be very sad. I would
It
have
would be very
it would be
sad.
a sick death date.
It would be so baller.
I would drop out of school immediately. I would scam as many people as I could out of as much money as I could. I would act like a charity case, and I would get them to donate to me so I could do a bunch of cool things. Like, I want to, honestly, if I die in a year, I just want to go to Iceland and jump in a volcano. I'd get it over with early.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to think about having to die.
I would skydive into a volcano.
Yeah. I mean,
That'd be so sick.
half of it is I want to go into volcano, and then the other half is I want to see Iceland first.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is actually your question. Never mind. It's not about me. Go ahead.
No, you can add something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a sick ass way to die.
Yeah. It would not be pretty, that's for sure, but it would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. If I knew I was going to die, obviously I would change everything. I wouldn't just fucking, all right, I'm going to econ class at 7 a.m. Like, I wouldn't keep doing that.
Right.
That's not happening.
I definitely would not wake up to go to environments for tomorrow. That's for sure.
No, dude, that shit sucks, man.
Yeah.
I don't have much else to say on that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like this question. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items.
It's too many. Let's do one.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Dude, we have to do positives. It's gonna be so tough.
Positive is really tough. Fuck.
I feel like this will be. I mean, like if I really want to,
Yeah, you
I
go
mean,
first.
I think it'll
You
be.
go first.
I think it'll be really easy for me. I don't
Okay.
know how this is gonna fare for you.
Well, it's tough because you're not a positive guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't think of anything nice to say about
Oh,
me. I don't know.
man.
This is tough for you.
Well, okay, so share something that you think
Well,
is
first
positive
of all,
about me first.
You are devilishly handsome.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Shit, I thought you were gonna say more. Now I have to go.
Or I can say more if you want.
No. We have to alternate. Okay, we have to be
You have very
fair.
white teeth. That plays into the devilishly handsome.
Actually, I really don't. You should not say that.
thing. Okay.
My teeth
Right
are-
now, you really look like you do.
it's just the camera and the lighting.
You
If
don't gotta
you-
admit it.
When we see each other in person, look at my teeth and tell me that they're white because you
Okay.
will laugh at how yellow they are.
You have to do the same nine though, because you can tell how yellow they are even on camera.
I'm just saying. Look, I have not been to the dentist in 4 years. That is
what?
That's not a lie.
You haven't?
No, I haven't
That's
been
wild.
since starting college.
That's crazy.
'Cause I
anyway, say
like-
something nice about
I
it.
graduated from my like kid dentist.
So you haven't gone to
I
another
haven't
one
gotten
yet?
another one yet.
That's wild.
Something nice about a positive characteristic of you. I think you're always willing to hear people out on
Yes.
whatever thing they have to say, and I think that's very valuable.
Thanks, man.
Your turn, pussy.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. This is just so hard. No, I'm just kidding. This is not me thinking because it's like hard for me to say things. This is me.
You
trying
just want to
think of
say
something
the
that
right
isn't-
thing.
No, I just don't want to say something like lame.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you're very insightful. I appreciate when people actually think about what the fuck is going on around them.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that you do that all the time. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you.
I appreciate. We're on 3 now. Or wait, was that 2 for you or was that 3?
2 for me,
2
1 for you.
Okay, so this is 2 for me. Okay.
We can make it shorter.
No, we're doing 5. We need to
All right.
fall in love, Henry. If we don't do all 5, we're not going to fall in love.
I've been in love, man.
And we have to do that. I appreciate. I think. I know. I'm doing a declarative statement now because I
Mhm.
believe it to be true. And I'm also doing this thing called stalling for time.
Do you want me to go with another one?
No, we can't mess up.
Okay.
It says alternate. We have to alternate.
Okay.
Pussy boy, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
I think you have an amazing ability to bring people together in the sense that I think you're able, like when we're hanging out with a group, you're able to like round us all into one tight-knit ball and you make sure everyone has like a good time.
Yeah, I love to do that. I try and do that.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen at my fucking bar. Be there.
Okay.
Be there.
As long
be
as I
square.
can get a Sprite for free.
You can get whatever the fuck you want for free.
Well, I don't drink, so that's all I'm going to order.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna save that one. You have a really good ability to be honest without it seeming like you're being a dick.
Yeah.
Like when you tell me things, I'm not like, wow, he means that as like a dig and he hates me.
Right, right.
And I think that that's valuable because, I mean, part of it is also like a maturity thing. I've been having this discussion with a lot of my friends recently, and by this
Mhm.
discussion, I mean I'm discussing it for them because they won't fucking admit it. But like, we all have flaws, and if your friend sees something about you that they are worried about or like they're just pointing out, 95% of the time they're not doing it because they hate you. They
Yeah.
just want you to be happy.
For sure.
And so if they see that you're doing something that could potentially be harmful to you, they're going to tell you. And I think that you have a very good ability to do that without me being like, wow. Like, man, that really hurt me.
Yeah,
Me. Jackson hates me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I appreciate that you
I
do that.
think you have a really good ability to appreciate things that other people think are important. Like I can tell you about something that I care about, and you don't have to know anything about it, and you're like, I think that's really cool, and
Yeah,
you want to learn more about it,
I do.
and it makes me
I don't know.
feel seen and wanted and appreciated.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I hope I make you feel like that. I feel like that's another thing that I think is really important in like a friendship is that if someone tells me about something and I don't know about it, but if
Hmm.
like it's one of my friends, I'm like, damn, like if they're really passionate about this thing, then like I should try and learn more about that thing because I care about them and I think they have good taste. And even if I don't find it to be super interesting, which if they really like it, I probably will. But it's just like it's also something that I feel like I just never again, like my parents never did that shit to me. So
Right.
I want people to know that they're valid and
Yeah.
that everyone has different interests and that's cool as fuck.
100%.
Number 4, you have fucking insane drip game, and it's not close. Um, as you once very wisely said, sort of
Let's
like a
go,
modern
dude.
day William Shakespeare.
Mm,
Um,
kind of
in this
wise.
game, it's drip or drown, and I'm surfing, and you were 100% on target with that one.
I That's my goal. I met it was no, I didn't meet. I watched what's that movie with the fucking penguins where they learn how to surf?
Surfs up
Yeah.
with Chicken Joe.
With Chicken Joe, dude. I
I
did
fucking love
that's
Chicken
where
Joe.
that's where I was going. Chicken Joe, I saw him and I was like, that's me. I need to
Yeah,
be that guy.
I think he's a
And
good
Chicken
person to
Joe
shoot
is
for.
crazy drip. You see the bra that he had in that one
That is true.
scene? It was crazy.
He is so real for that one.
His knockers were boinging like crazy, bro.
Dude, his things were thanging and it was wild.
That's what I'm saying, man. Um, damn, 2 more for you.
I know
Fuck.
it's tough. I would fail this question if I had to answer it about myself.
uh, fuck. I should have been thinking while you were talking, but I wanted to listen to you. It's such a
That's why I kept
terrible
talking.
trait that I have.
It's actually such a great thing that you like pay attention
Oh,
to people in
man.
conversation. That's what I was gonna say about you, but now I'm gonna say something else.
Okay, you could still say that, but
Nah, it's
um,
okay.
I ignore the voice crack. I
I didn't even phase.
I think that you're very trustworthy. More so, and I think a lot of people are trustworthy, but I think you're more trustworthy than the average person. Like I can text you and I know I can ask you for something and there's like a 99% chance you'll do it exactly the way I want. Like I can ask you for something and you will do it and it will be 100% as I envisioned in my mind because you understand what I asked. You took the time to like actually think about it instead of just like half-assing something to get it done because it's just like a favor.
I think I'm actually falling in love.
That's
I
what I
appreciate
would
that.
say.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now this is number 5. Thank God we need to get this part over with.
That was number 4.
No, now we're on 5.
Oh, now I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Number 5. Number 5. There's so many things I can pick.
Yeah. There's just so many, and I'm thinking about all of them right now.
You think about all the things that are cool about you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I want to say you have unique taste because then it sounds like I'm belittling you. But I think that when you like something that other people like that isn't like popular or it's not the norm or whatever. I know that Zach and I love to make fun of you for being a contrarian, but I
Yeah.
know that you're not a contrarian. You just often like things that a lot of other people either don't, or if a lot of people do like something, you often don't. But I know that you're not like being a contrarian. You just
Right.
genuinely feel that way 95% of the time. And then the other 5% of the time you do it for the bit.
Yeah.
Which I also appreciate because you're funny.
The bit's like
Um
20% of the time.
The base like 20. It's definitely higher than 5%.
It's a lot higher than that.
I'm trying to back you up right here. Zach will never see this.
No,
he will not watch this far into the podcast.
No, he doesn't have that kind of attention span.
He's gonna watch us on his drive back from New Jersey. I know. He's gonna text us immediately, be like, "You fucking bitches."
So this is very funny. He texts us every time there's something like he disagrees with, or he like gets mad
he does. He's like, "I hate Breath of the Wild," and we go,
he'll be in the middle of a
whatever.
7-hour drive, and he'll stop to be like, "You guys are fucking stupid."
Yeah, he does.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah, I don't know. You just aren't afraid to be who you are, and as someone who has struggled with that their entire life, I really respect that.
Yeah.
It makes you inspire me to be more that way as well. Which
I'm glad that I inspired you. That means
you do. Like,
that means a lot to me. Yeah.
I don't mean that like, oh, we got to name 5 nice things about the other person. You inspire me. You do. You're a cool guy, and I appreciate you as a friend.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just
and I love you. I don't know if I'm in love with you yet.
We're getting there. We're almost done. We're almost at that point.
But I love you.
No, but I don't know, man. Like at some point in my life, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I love the Canadian band Godspeed You Black Emperor, and I don't care who fucking knows that shit.
I never heard of them until right now. That might be the hardest band name I've ever heard.
I know. All of their songs are like 25 minutes long. They're sick as fuck.
What genre of music is that?
It's like post-rock. So it's like there's like 20 people in the band, and it's like these long, drawn out, like they'll have like a 6-minute section of just like these kind of low growls and these. I could talk about this for hours. We're not gonna do this right now. I love this band though, but like, you know what I'm saying is, I just who fucking cares if I like that shit, man? I want to talk about the things that I think are cool, because my brain was scritched in a way that I want it to be scritched for others. I want others to feel that, and that's just how I think. But my 5th positive characteristic of my partner would have to be, I don't know. This is so tough for me, because I don't think sometimes.
I feel like it's hard to name that about another person. Like,
yeah.
I like you and you're one of my best friends, and I had to think about these things.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's a cop out, but I think it's true, and I genuinely believe it. I think you're really funny. I think not enough people give you enough credit for that. I think it's really hard to be as funny as you are. Like, it's incredibly.
I think it depends.
I mean, we joke about doing stand up. I want to do stand up at some point. I think you would fucking kill. If you put in the work, I think you would destroy fucking like any big comedian, honestly. I'm not gonna name a comedian. Thanks, but you would kill those, I think.
I would shoot them in the head with a gun, is what you're saying.
Yes.
We would commit to a duel, and I would, we'd bring like a sword or whatever, maybe a gun.
And then you would take off your trench coat, and you would reveal a bomb vest that you have on, and you jump into the crowd, and
then I go, now we all lose. Womp womp.
Not today, Batman.
And then I would win for sure.
And then you would last forever.
It would be crazy too, because if they would have let me know like a year in advance when I touched the crystal ball, they'd be like, "This is how you die," and then I'd be like, "I'm not changing anything in my life."
And you're like, "Well,
that's so sick.
If that's how I'm gonna die, that's how I'm gonna die."
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
All right, let's move on from that one.
You're gonna love this next one.
Oh, great.
You're gonna love this so much.
Oh no, dude.
I read this question and I was like, Anyway, so Jackson, what roles do love and affection play in your life?
Oh, fuck.
I was waiting for you to answer this and just be like, none. Next question.
I don't know. Love, it genuinely, I want to say it doesn't play that big of a role in my life, earnestly. I just think, I mean, maybe it is love. I don't like to think of love as like love is greater than a romantic thing, right? It's obviously you can love your friends and stuff like that. But I think I don't know. Love is something that I am working on having a lot more of. I guess I'm realizing now that I mean, this is where I'm going, is that it doesn't play a role in my life right now as much as I want it to, because I'm stupid, and I'm realizing that I need it to play more of a role in my life.
I don't know if it's
Because
'cause you're stupid.
I want to have more love in the world, because I understand. I think for a while I didn't understand how to fully recognize it now, but now that I do, I recognize that it's a very powerful thing. Like and
Yeah.
this is very like kids movie philosophy.
No, it's true though.
But
And then we like make it to be like happiness being the solution is for kids and
Yeah.
whatever. And then we have oil companies that destroy the world.
Right.
Because no one loves them, including me. I also don't love them. And if they all died, I would clap at their funerals. But then once they were all
think
gone,
the
we
CEO
would rejoice.
of General Motors should kill himself, and that's honest. But no, I think
Computer,
I
who's
want
the CEO
love
of
to
General
play a bigger part in my life, and I'm working on doing that.
I respect that.
Yeah. So that's my answer to that. But I'm glad you got this question.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this one.
How do you feel about your relationship with your mother?
Mixed. Next question. She's fine. The
Yeah.
CEO of General Motors is a woman? Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
That's big.
No, I'm sexist now. Shit.
Nah, it's okay.
I know. What's her name so I can remember it for
Mary
like,
Barra.
other purposes?
Her name is Mary Barra. Barra.
What a fucked up name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My relationship with my mother is fine. I do love my mom, and I think that she is a good mom, despite the fact that she didn't really support me in doing the things that I wanted. But she did introduce me to a lot of things that I now love.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to play in the marching band in high school. I just wanted to do concert band.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I think you should give it a shot. Because to be fair, she does know that I'm stubborn and I will often say no to things and then end up enjoying them anyway. So she's like, you should do marching band. You should do cross country. And then I did end up doing those things throughout high school and enjoying both of them.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. I kind of wish that she had pushed me more to discover more things that I liked. But I also, I was a busy kid in high school.
Yeah.
And I did find things that I enjoyed, and I met a lot of people who I'm still friends with and I appreciate. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I tell my mom a lot, but I also am just like a very open person. That's not like an exclusive to my mom thing. But I feel like we have a good relationship, and she's super supportive of me now. Mostly because if she says that she doesn't want me to do something, I can just do it anyway, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
But she supports me in what she believes she should support me in, and I can respect that.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
in retrospect,
She's a good
it's
mom.
easy to always like ask for more to have been done.
Yeah, but I don't
it's-
like.
it's-
I wouldn't. My mom had to raise all three of us like pretty much on her own after my dad and I got divorced. He was not like, or nope. After my mom and my dad got divorced, there we go.
There you go.
Like he was never super present, and whenever we went to his house, it was always like typically more on like me and or my sister to see what was going on. Not that he was like a bad dad, but just like my mom definitely took on more of the burden to try and like raise the three of us, and so I understand that, therefore she had to make sacrifices and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm sure that it was tough for her too, and I don't want to undermine that and be like, oh well, she was blah, 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 blah. No, she's a great mom. I do love my mom, and she is very supportive, and she's one of my goats.
Yeah. I think
So-
I was just gonna add on to what I was saying earlier. Like, I think it's easy in retrospect to be like, this person could have done more in my life, even if that is genuine, right? But it's also
Yeah.
like, like my mom's fucking annoying, like no cap, low key. But she's done a lot for me, and I think that's that's not always easy to admit.
No.
And appreciate. Next question.
Well, speaking of your mother, Jackson, how close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? They're really hitting us with the bing.
Yeah.
Bing.
This is we're batting 1,000 here. But I mean, Papa don't play ball for less than a rack, so.
Right.
My family is not super close. I think it's very much like growing up. It was kind of like we were all roommates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we all had dinner together, and we went to the family gatherings together, and we do stuff for each other, and we help each other out. But it's very much or maybe it's just more me because I'm a big introvert, and this is just the way I see it. But
Yeah.
and it's probably part of that. But I think in general we were kind of our own solitary island, and we all just did what we wanted to do, and we helped each other out when we felt like we needed to do that. Do I feel like my childhood was happier than most? Was the second part of that question?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No.
I have to acknowledge that I've had a lot of opportunities in my life, and many of those have come from my parents working incredibly tirelessly to provide that for me, and I appreciate them for that 100%. But that doesn't mean that there weren't like struggle points. But I probably had a better childhood than most people. I don't know. I don't know what the average standard deviation person's
Of
childhood was
childhood.
like. But I would say, I had a roof over my head. I had clothes. I went to a private school.
Yeah.
My parents had good jobs. Like, I feel like despite all of the shit that I had to go through at certain points, I feel like I had it pretty good, all things considered. So,
Yeah.
so
I respect that. I think it's good to acknowledge that because
Yeah.
I had some tough shit happen, obviously, but I still think that I had a pretty good childhood, all things considered.
yeah.
Still
Well,
pretty lucky.
Henry, complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share sandwiches.
It's a good one.
What's something you wish you could share with a person, with another man or woman or in betweener?
I don't know, man. I share a lot. I'm a very open person.
Yeah.
Something that I wish I could. Like, what do I wish I was more comfortable talking about, or like, what do we think this means?
There's something in your life that you feel like you can't necessarily share with someone, or maybe because I know you're a very open person. Maybe there's a thing you wish you could share with more people, but you feel like you can't. And in thinking about that, share it with all the people listening to this as well.
Yeah, I'd like to share this on the internet for everyone
Yeah.
to know and
Yeah.
hear. And, eventually someday when we have millions of subscribers, I can't wait for people to pull this up as like a VOD and be like, hey, remember when you said this to the whole internet? Now everyone knows about it.
This is a tough question for you because you share everything already, pretty much.
I don't even know if it's not that I share everything.
But you
'Cause there are
share
a lot of
certainly a
things
lot
that I-
more than me or other people I know.
That's fair, but that's also just because I don't want it to be alone in my brain.
yeah. I get that.
What do I wish I could share more?
Like, do you feel like you could share your love of video game with more people, or
I wish that I
or
could share my
anime?
love of. I wish I could share my love of video games and anime with more people, and maybe
Yeah.
that just means that I'm hanging out with the wrong people because I know a lot of people like video games and a lot of people like anime. But I do think that
But we're
making
oppressed as video
But-
game and anime
yeah,
fans.
So, no, I don't know if I'd use that word, but I do feel like I wish that people would come to more of like an understanding with others that people just have things that they like and that's okay, and you can like other things and that's also okay. Like
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I was like, oh, like I love video games and I love anime and I hate football. But that's just as bad as all the people who are like, I love football and I hate video games and I hate anime. Like, there's nothing wrong with liking anime and video games, and there's also nothing wrong with nothing wrong with liking football.
Right.
Like, football's cool. Is it my favorite sport in the whole world? No, but
No.
that doesn't mean that, like, if it was really a shitty
God,
sport,
no.
then it wouldn't be the most watched, or not that it's whatever. However you feel about football, you should still respect people for having their own opinions, and they should respect you for having yours.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time people get caught up in conflicts because they're like, oh, well, I like this thing, but like this person doesn't respect that I like that thing. And it's like it goes both ways. If you show them that you respect the thing that they like, maybe they'll turn the other cheek and be like, you know what? Yeah, I can understand why you like this thing. It might not be for me, but I can, if you tell them about it and maybe you're like, oh, and this is the part that I like, and this is a character that I like, whatever. I do wish that I could talk about all my interests freely.
Yeah. I mean, this is one, if I can steal your question for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely don't have people that I can talk to about music in the way that I want to with.
That's fair. Because you can't talk about that with me.
I fucking love music, but no one in my life listens to music like I do, which sucks. This is why I spend my time on albumoftheyear.com writing reviews.
Yeah.
Because I like the discourse around art. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an appreciation for art, and I wish, I mean, art in general, but specifically music. I really love. There's something about it that scritches my brain in the right way. But yeah.
And I can understand.
Next question.
Make 3 true we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling blank. I think that these questions are meant to be done with each other, next to each other. But we are not.
We're in a Discord room.
We are, and we are in this room, and all of the walls are gray because I'm in dark mode, like a normal human being.
My walls are like more of a beige-ish.
Really?
Yeah.
In Discord.
Oh, you mean like the borders of where?
I meant like
cameras.
the borders.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because we're not in the same room, right? My walls in here are gray and covered in things.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
My walls.
Now it's
are
my turn. I guess. Fuck. I think we're both feeling tired. I think we both had a long day.
We did.
Yeah.
I think we are ready to move on to the next question.
Okay, that's fine. I like that.
All right, cool. Let's do that. I hate this question.
Fuck that question.
It'd be
we kind of
easier
already
if
did
like
that
we
easier, or earlier. I mean,
yeah.
So, I have the next question. That's right. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
I don't think that if I had just met someone that I would be like, I like you because I can peel back your skin and see into your soul.
Yeah.
And I can see that you have a good soul.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, Jackson, I like that I can peel back your skin and see that you have a good soul.
Yes, my skin is so peelable.
Your skin is you're like a banana. You're like and not like one of those ones that just came off the tree, so it's green and like hard and like you can't really, you need to like chop it with a knife and then you can peel it back.
Right.
Like a ripe banana, but not so ripe that you're brown and I now have to freeze you and put you in a smoothie or use you for banana bread. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think this question is stupid because we already did it. But I just value you as a person because I think you're complex and intellectual and funny, and you scritch my brain in all the right ways that it needs to be scritched.
And I'm made of shapes that you haven't really thought about in a while, like parallelograms.
Like parallelograms.
And obtuse triangles.
And rhombuses and chevrons and all the other good ones that we love.
I love a good chevron.
It's such a great word.
That's
too.
good, man. Yeah.
If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, me, which is weird because whatever. Please share what would be important for him or her to know. What should I know about you?
I guess this is more of a PSA for other people if you ever talk to me.
Yeah.
Something they should know about me was the question. Yeah. I just think I need time. I need a lot of time just in general in getting to know you and getting to trust you. Before we dive into the 36 questions that lead to love.
Yeah,
probably. Right. I need a lot of
into
time.
The pit.
I need a lot of like being patient. I think is something that I need a lot of. And not a lot of people are able to be patient, which is why I don't have many friends.
Amen to that. Am I right, brother? Am I right?
So, but amen to this next question. When did you last cry in front of another person and by yourself? Or it doesn't say and, but
Doesn't
it's
say
like
and or.
separate section or separate sentence by yourself ? So you could do either.
Last time I cried in front of another person was today Monday.
Today is Monday.
9 days ago.
Cool.
That's it. I
That's
was
awesome.
crying into my girlfriend's arms.
That's great. That's good.
That was the last time I cried.
Yeah.
Jackson, share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life.
An embarrassing moment in my life.
It doesn't say that it has to be the most embarrassing. It just says
just
embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Well, I'll tell you about a time I cried. How about that? Okay.
Sure.
In 8th grade, we were going on the beautiful American tradition of the Washington, D.C. school field trip.
Right.
And for our DC trip, our teachers had us all do a presentation on each one of the DC monuments that we were going to visit. So I had the Lincoln Memorial. So I had to do a bunch of research on Abraham Lincoln, all about the memorial, any fun facts, Easter eggs, hidden secrets, all the good stuff. And this was a huge presentation. I remember it was worth like 150 points, which was a lot at the time. And this is 8th grade, remember?
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
So it was, you needed a presentation. You needed to make like a diorama, like a physical diorama of the monument or like something like related to the monument. But they kind of wanted the monument. And then you had to present it to the class. That's a ginormous project for someone who's 13.
Yeah.
I feel like. So we all picked names out of a hat. Or I think the teacher just called names actually, to decide the order of who went. And when we got assigned our monument is when we got the order. And I was zoned out during that time. So on the first day of presentations, the teacher said, "All right, Jackson, you're up first." And I went, "Oh no." Because I thought I was like in the the last third of the presentation.
Yeah, or at least like not first.
Or very, very much so not the first day. I thought I had like another month to do this project, and I did not. And the teacher said, "Jackson, either you're going to go up there and give your presentation now, even though you don't have it." I like at the time I lied. I was like, "Oh, it was on a flash drive. I left it at home. I don't have it. Can I do it tomorrow?" The teacher was like, "Nope. You get up there right now and you present it, or I give you a 0." And
that's wild to say to an 8th grader. Get a fucking life.
And I also
loser.
I was failing the class at this point in time. But so I got up in front of the class and I talked for like 5 minutes and I cried my eyes out for the whole 5 minutes. It was the worst 5 minutes of my damn life.
That sounds awful. What'd you get out of 150?
I got a 15 out of 150.
That's wild.
I got a 10%. And my friend Paul, shout out Paul, he had a presentation and he got a similar grade.
Did he cry?
No, he did not cry at all.
Wow, Paul, dude, embarrassing.
Paul, he did his presentation, I still remember, on the like we went to like the Navy has like a headquarters there, I guess, or there's like a naval museum or something like that. He had that. And he did it on that. And we got like the same score, which is very funny because he did all the work and I didn't do any of it.
That's so fucking funny.
But there you go. Henry, what if anything is too serious to be joked about?
Nothing.
Do you really think that?
I do really think that.
Interesting. I think I agree.
Well, maybe I take this back. I was thinking
Okay.
about like anything that pertains to me. I will make a joke about anything in my life, but I don't feel like that's fair to say about other people.
Yeah.
And also, there are like serious systemic issues out there that like people will make jokes about that I don't think are funny at all.
Sure.
Like being blatantly sexist, I don't think is ever
Well,
funny.
that's not. I don't think that's a joke. Being blatantly sexist is being blatantly sexist. Like,
Yeah, but
right?
like trying to make a joke, like people who met, like you've
Sure,
heard
but I don't. I
boomers
don't
make
think
like
those are jokes.
yeah. So I guess I would agree with you. I guess anything that is like could be funny and like actually funny and not like deplorable to another human being. Um, yeah, I don't think there's anything that's too serious to be joked about,
Yeah.
other than like actually like demeaning another person or
Sure.
group of people.
I think. I think there are things that are probably too serious to be joked about to some extent, but I don't know. I also think joking about them is how we bring light to a lot of things. And it
Yeah,
makes a lot of the conversations easier to be had. And I mean, I know I'm sounding like those canceled comedians. I'm sure you're thinking of a name, but like, genuinely, I do think like you have to be able to talk about stuff. And
yeah. And I think for some
comedy is
people,
the way to do that for a lot of people. And it's also the way to like introduce a lot of people to topics that they hadn't previously considered.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, and I think overall it just does more good than bad. But I mean, I do think there are some things like it's there's a million ways to get it wrong, and there's only one way to get it right if you're making a joke about a very serious topic. And you have to be
yeah,
very precise and accurate in the way you do that. Like you really have to know your audience and things like that.
yeah,
Um, so in most cases, I would say that you probably shouldn't joke about things just as a given. But
yeah. But in terms of the topic, I don't think anything is too serious
just
to
because
be joked about.
I don't think anyone is going to hit that precision in the way that you need to for it to land all of the time. Like
Right.
it's just not possible. Which
Yeah.
is why some things are just left better
Not joked
seriously.
about. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But I
And I
don't
mean,
think anything is too serious to be joked about given the right circumstances.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. What's your next question?
Tell your partner something that you like about them already.
Already?
I think that's crazy if this is 36 questions to fall in love and you're just now getting to the something you like about me. We've answered this question like
Yeah.
4 times. If you want to skip it, I'm fine to skip it.
We can skip. I'm down to skip because it is just kind of we've been here for a while. We don't need to.
I know you don't.
We've known each other
hate me
for
to my
8
core.
years. We don't need
Yeah.
to.
I'm good. I don't think that you dislike me that much, at least.
Okay, your
Um,
house
32.
containing everything you own catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be and why?
Computer, not even close. Won't even stop to think about it. I don't even really think I need to explain this.
Yeah.
It's one of the most expensive things I own, both emotionally and fiscally. And also, it has access to my OneDrive, so all my files are backed up on it no matter what. And I need it for school. And
Yeah.
I will have this computer for a very long time. And it is
Sure.
very useful, and I love them.
I think that's practical. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any like I think this question is more talking about like family heirlooms or mementos. You wouldn't say you have any of those to save?
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, fine, whatever. I
mean, I think it's a real answer.
No, I think this is a
Makes
real
sense.
answer. Computer's a real answer. Like in the moment, that's probably what I would pick. If I had an extra 5 seconds, I would grab. And I guess if we're thinking about like sincere like family artifacts,
Yeah, I think that's what the question's trying to ask for anyway.
I have a series of gemstones of various
Aquarius.
various aquarii. Of various Aquarius, sitting on my shelf in my bedroom. They are my dad's, and he mined them in a sapphire mine that was owned by
Oh,
my uncle in Australia. This is a
what?
crazy story. That was owned by my
That's
uncle in Australia
wild.
when he went to visit my grandpa's brother, Uncle Bernard. I never met him. He was a wild guy. He lived in a house made out of mud. I'm not joking.
What?
Um, in the outback. Not joking.
I did
Still.
not know this.
Yeah. And so he owned a sapphire mine, and my dad only went to visit him once. And when he did, he went with him, and he was like, "Yeah, these are like all these. It's like a couple of. I don't even know what all of the gemstones are. I've never had them like graded,
Or
tested for clarity,
explained.
explained. Yeah,
Yeah.
but, you know, it wasn't like I'm on my deathbed. Here's these.
Yeah.
It was like an afterwards thing. But I want to have them made into rings for my siblings and I, so I don't.
Oh, that's so
lose those.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know that though. So, and they also don't watch this podcast. So it doesn't matter.
So they won't know.
So they won't know.
There you go. That's such a cool gift for your brother and your sister.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
I've been trying to save up for it for a while, but I don't really know how much money it costs to get a ring made.
So
I think I'm gonna have to wait
much.
until I think I'm gonna have to wait until I get a big boy job.
Like so much, dude.
Well, but I feel like most of the cost is like the gem. But I already have the gems. I just need them to like slap it on a piece of metal and be like,
That's true. I do
which
think,
still takes like a substantial amount of
Yeah.
effort and like craftsmanship, and I know
and you
it'll be
want
expensive.
nice metal and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't wanna half-ass that for sure.
No.
But that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I would pick. If you were, why does this keep happening? If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone,
Wow.
what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Why I'm just dying. I don't know. I should be worried probably.
Yeah.
What would I wait, what was the last part of the question?
What would you most regret not having told someone? And then why have you not told this person that yet?
I don't know if it's a specific thing that I need to tell a specific person necessarily, but I guess this just goes back to what I was saying earlier with wanting to put more love into the world and in my life in general. I just want to
Yeah.
show more gratitude. I've realized that's a very valuable thing. And I don't feel like I've been thinking a lot recently just about how how other people show their love to me, and I'm like just beginning to understand that in a lot of situations. And so I'm more conscious now of how I show my love to other people, like through the everyday kind of interactions that I have. And
Yeah.
I want to be more conscious about that. And like a part of that involves saying specific things to specific people. I don't know if I'm going to share any of those things on this podcast,
Yeah, I think that's fine.
but yeah, I would like to be more conscious of that. And the reason I haven't is just because I haven't been. I hadn't thought about it until I guess this past year or so.
Yeah.
So, and then this is the last question.
Oh, it is?
Well, you went, so now that was your question. Now I have it, right?
That was my question 33, but then I have 35, and then don't you have 36? Or is it 35 questions to fall in love?
It's 36. I thought that was 35.
No, that was 33.
Oh, what? Oh, I already did 34 though.
Oh.
Did you skip a question somewhere?
I mean, we did just skip tell your partner something that you like about them already. Is that
Well,
why?
they're numbered.
No,
So
I know.
I
35,
just
33, 31.
the house
29,
burning was 34. So I thought that question was 35.
Oh.
Maybe
Yeah,
okay.
if you were to die this evening was 33.
Oh, okay. Well, what's 35?
35 is of all the people in your family, whose death would you find the most
What the
disturbing and
fuck?
why? This is so messed up.
I didn't I just
Okay, to be fair, it was like this is meant to be answered by both people like together.
Yeah.
So normally this would be a question that we would both answer. But it's kind of crazy that they've just all ended up being directed at you.
Yeah, well, I just gave you all of the odd numbered questions.
Yeah.
They all happen to be death questions, which is
Not
funny.
all of them, just I guess a lot of them.
Whose death would I find the most disturbing? Was that what the...
Mm-hmm. I don't think I missed any of these.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I missed one. I don't know. I could have missed one. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Most disturbing death in my...
I think that's a really crazy way to word that.
That's a wild question. Disturbing is
thinking,
a weird... It's an oddly specific
Yeah, it's
word.
like a... Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know. I mean, any death in my family, I would be like, oh, fuck. Like, there's no death that wouldn't shock me in some way.
Yeah, that's weird.
I guess, I mean, the most disturbing, or the most shocked is like, probably my older brother, Colin, because he's like, he's so young. It would be so weird if he died, right? Like, he's 26 or 20. Yeah, he's 26.
One of them.
So I mean, it would be weird if he died. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that would be super fucked up.
I don't know what disturbing means. Any of them would be disturbing. That's just, I don't know. I mean, I'd be sad if my mom died. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but it's weird though. It's not whose would you find the most like depressing or like sad.
Yeah.
It says but I feel like disturbing is maybe like bothering you like extremely. So maybe disturbing, they really do just mean like whose death would bother you the most. Yeah,
probably my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last question. Actually, for real, on some real shit. Share.
I really want to answer this with one word.
Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen. So share a problem and ask how I might handle it.
And you know that I have this problem.
Okay.
But I think this problem stems from a bigger problem that I have, which is that I am often late to things or busy.
Yes.
And this is because I overcommit myself to way too many things.
Yeah.
And I don't really... I mean, I've been slightly better about it in these past couple of weeks because it really has been made aware to me by multiple people that it is something that I do. And then I'm like, yeah, well, I think I really have to think about who matters to me in my life and who I want to uphold these promises to, because I have a lot of people that I really care about. And so I'm like, okay, well, I got to have time to call my mom, and I got to have time to call my aunt, my sister, and my brother. And then I have to have time to do the podcast every week. And then I have to do play Terraria with my friend Max twice a week. And I got to say hi to my roomies and hang out with them on the weekends and see my friends. And I have to hang out with my girlfriend pretty much every day. And then also on top of all those relationships, I want to have time for myself, and I have to go to class for pretty much like 7 hours every day.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do I do all of that? Not well, which is why I am often late to things. Because then every once in a while there will be something that'll pop up that isn't like normally in my week, and I'm like, damn, that's a really good opportunity that I should take advantage of.
Yeah. Like
how I skipped having my portfolio reviewed tonight because I was hungry and didn't want to be late, and I have been in class for 9 hours. But it's just like, how do I should I just care less? Like, honestly, I feel like that's what I have been doing, and I have been happier.
Yeah.
I think
I'm glad you're coming to me for this question, because a Google Calendar kind of grandmaster rank in many senses.
Yeah, you are.
A guy who has many things on my calendar. I'm a master of scheduling. I show up to everything 30 minutes early because I'm an insane person. And also because I don't have that many things going on. I mean, it's a tough situation. I don't think the answer is to care less. I think the answer... I mean, it's everything is a balance, right? And I think what's most important for you as a person is you have to recognize what you need and what you're able to give. You're a person that loves giving. For
I love to give.
as long as I've known you, that's all you
I'm
love
like
doing.
fucking Santa Claus.
But I think, and to give you some credit, you realized very recently you've made some important strides in recognizing that you aren't able to give unless you have some things given to you. And not necessarily by other people, but by yourself. Like you need to give yourself
Yeah.
some alone time and stuff like that, right? So it's somewhere in the balance of caring less and caring more. I think
Yeah.
if I, because I'm not you, but if I were in your situation, from my insane person point of view, what I would do is just I would care less in the sense that like as things come up, you say to yourself, okay, do I think I'm going to be able to actually commit to this given the time to actually do it? And if the answer is yes, I do think I'll have that, then you write it down and you just commit to that. And I wouldn't, write anything over that in your calendar, so to speak.
Yeah.
You don't have to physically write it in your calendar, but like mentally or whatever. And then as you get to stuff, you do it while still just like being very conscious of like, I only have this much mental energy throughout the day. Like in like a couple days before I know I have something, I think about like, okay, how much time do I feel like I realistically have to do this thing before I'm just out and I can't do anymore. And I block that away, and then after that I'm like, like I draw hard lines for myself and I commit to those hard lines, and
Yeah.
I don't it's a feeling thing purely, but it's also like once you feel, you have to commit to that. And if you mess up and you realize like, oh shit, I didn't give myself enough time or whatever, then you say, you know what, next time we reevaluate, and you'll get a better grasp of like what you can mentally handle in terms of things like that. As for like being late though, I've never had this problem. I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry.
It is just it's a consequence of my committing to too many things.
Yeah. I think that
is
is the thing. You should just be more. My advice, TLDR, would just be, like do the math equation in your head of like how much am I realistically able to commit.
Yeah. Which is not as much as I think it is. I did sign up to do something 2 weeks ago, and then was like, you know what? Actually, I can't do this. Just kidding. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of myself for that, because I don't have the time.
Yeah, I think that's fine too. But where you run into trouble is where you end up like screwing people over. You become the guy who reschedules.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah.
Right, or the guy who always shows up
I'm
15
that
minutes
bad
late.
yet.
No, I don't think so. But
I could get there if I followed down the same path or got worse, but I don't think I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Nor do I want to be that guy.
And then quickly ask your partner Henry to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you've chosen.
How do I seem to be feeling about the problem that I've chosen?
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be.
I'm asking you how you feel or how I feel.
It's worded weirdly. I don't know how they want us to answer that.
Let's skip that one.
Okay. Cool. So are we in love now?
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah. I do love you.
Yeah.
This be such a cute thumbnail.
Maybe.
Too bad it won't be.
It might be. You never know.
It could be.
It could be.
Hey, well, it's been great falling in love with you.
Yeah, it's been great. I think we're in love now. Where are we gonna move? Actually, forget about that. I don't want to live with you. Where are we gonna go on honeymoon?
You don't want to live with me?
Honestly, I think when I marry someone, we're gonna sleep in different beds when we're both 40 years old.
I think you just made me feel more valid than I've ever felt in my whole life.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we can cuddle, and I'll cuddle until my partner falls asleep. But after that, I'm going to my own damn bed, brother.
Oh, dude. I feel so seen right now.
Like, fuck you
I
a
love
little bit,
cuddling,
honestly.
but like, no, that's fine. I love cuddling, but oh my god, I love sleeping on my own. I do
Yeah,
not
dude.
like sleeping with another person.
Where would you go on a honeymoon though?
I feel like I should pick somewhere that I haven't been. Iceland is a really good pick. Iceland's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I
so for
would pick somewhere outside of the realm of this podcast. And then it ends. So it ended. You can stop the